Addod Solutions. Add-on desired.
Hello viewers, welcome to Addod Solution Daily Current Affairs. I'm Lokesh Pengonda. This session is mainly designed for aspirants preparing for banking, groups and such other competitive examinations. We cover news articles from both the Hindu and the Indian Express. Make a use of this. So, in the Hindu, it is stated that the Lingaraj Temple, which is in the state of Odisha, has been closed down as the number of priests working in this temple have been found out to be COVID positive. We'll deal with the topic of Lingaraj Temple. In the image you can see the Lingaraj Temple. This is a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. This was constructed in the 11th century AD in the city of Bhubaneswar, which is the capital of state of Odisha. You should also note that the Lingaraj Temple is the largest temple in the Bhubaneswar, and this is mainly designed under the Kalinga architecture, and this temple has been designed and constructed with red stone. So these are various information relating to the Lingaraj Temple. So how can you expect a question from a topic like this? First is, they can ask you where the Lingaraj Temple is in, that is, they will ask you in which state is the temple located in, or they will ask you which this temple has been dedicated to which god, or they can even ask you what is the largest temple in the Bhubaneswar. So these are the type of questions that can be expected from this article. Next we have a editorial dealing with the IMD. What does IMD stands for? It stands for the Indian Meteorological Department. Indian Meteorological Department. It comes under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. It comes under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. This was set up in the year 1875. So even before the independence, this IMD was set up. So what is the major function and objective of setting up an organization called as the IMD? Its major function is to observe the meteorological related data, weather forecasting, and seismology. So the Indian Meteorological Department's major function is to observe the meteorological related data, next is forecasting the weather, next is related to the seismology. It comes under the Ministry of Earth Sciences. Next we have an article which is stating that a new type of bat has been found in the Indian state of Meghalaya, and in the image you can see where Meghalaya is. It is bordering the state of Assam and the country of Bangladesh, and its capital is Shillong. So what is the new bat that has been found in India for the first time? This bat is named as Eudoscopus denticulus. This Eudoscopus denticulus bat is generally found in the country of Myanmar, which is bordering the northeastern states, and for the first time it is found near the Nongkellam Wildlife Sanctuary, which is in the state of Meghalaya. So what is this new bat? This is a disc-footed bat, and for the first time found in India, and you can see the bat in this image. Next we have an article dealing with DRDO. What does DRDO stands for? It stands for the Defense Research and Development Organization. Defense Research and Development Organization. This organization was set up in the year 1958. After joining many defense related laboratories, this DRDO has been set up in the year 1958. It comes under the Ministry of Defense. Its major mission is to design, develop and produce cutting edge defense related technologies and equipment related to the defense of the country. So, its major function is to design, develop and produce defense related equipment in the country, and its current chairman is Dr. G. Satish Reddy. In the image you can see Mr. Dr. G. Satish Reddy. Also you should note that this DRDO organization comes under the Ministry of Defense. Next we have an article talking about the oxygen express trains. Due to the increasing number of COVID cases in the country, there is huge demand for the oxygen to be used in the hospitals. As the hospitals are running out of the oxygen, the Ministry of Railways has started this oxygen express trains. So how does it work? Let's say there is huge demand for oxygen in the Delhi and there is no availability of industrial oxygen that can be used in the hospitals in the Delhi. So what will happen is that a train which will carry empty trucks will be sent to the parts of the country where there is availability of industrial oxygen. So once these trains reach these destinations, the trucks will go away from these trains and they will load the oxygen in these trucks. Once the oxygen is loaded in these trucks, they will come back to the railway stations and the train again starts from these destinations and they will go back to the origin place. So let's say there is demand in Delhi and there is no availability of industrial oxygen in Delhi, but there is availability of industrial oxygen in the state of Telangana and in the place of Hyderabad. So this train will come from Delhi to Hyderabad and it will load the oxygen cylinders and it will go back from Hyderabad to the Delhi. This initiative has been started by the Ministry of Railways recently. Next we have an article dealing with the Czech Republic. Where is Czech Republic? It is a country in the Europe and it is also part of European Union. In the image you can see where Czech Republic is. It is bordering the countries of Germany, Poland, Slovakia and Austria, and its capital is Prague. We have seen earlier how the USSR has disintegrated in the year 1993 into 15 independent countries. One of them is the Czech Republic. So after the disintegration of USSR, the Czech Republic has been formed as an independent country, and in the year 2015 there was an explosion in the ammunition depot of the Czech Republic, and now the investigators has found out that this explosion was due to the Russian interference in the depot. So due to this reason, the Russian diplomats who are working in the Czech Republic have been sent away. This is the crux of this article. What does IRDAI? It stands for Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. So IRDAI. This body was set up by the Insurance Regulatory Development Authority of India Act Act 1999. So this IRDAI was formed due to the Act of Parliament of IRDAI Act 1999. So what we can understand is that this body is a statutory body, that is a body which is formed due to the Act of Parliament. And also you should note that this body does not come under any ministry. It works as an autonomous organization. Autonomous organization, and the major function of this body or the organization is to develop and regulate the industrial sector, the insurance sector in the country. So this IRDAI was formed mainly to develop and regulate the insurance related sector in the country. Next, we have an article where it is stated that the country Bhutan has vaccinated more than 60% of its population. So where is the Bhutan? Bhutan is a small country sandwiched between the countries of China and India. So apart from China and India, the country Bhutan does not share its border with any other country. The capital of Bhutan is Thimphu. As you can see in the image, it is a landlocked country and it has very small population. As we are talking about the Bhutan, we should also know about the Saketang Wildlife Sanctuary. The Saketang Wildlife Sanctuary is present in the country of Bhutan, and recently the China has claimed a right over the Saketang Wildlife Sanctuary. Next, we have sports related news where it is stated that Jilli Dalebara and the Deepak Punia, who are world. Next, we have an article which is stating that the country Bhutan has vaccinated more than 60% of its population. We'll see where Bhutan is. Bhutan is a landlocked country and it is sandwiched between the countries of India and China. It is a landlocked country and its capital is Thimphu. As we are talking about the country Bhutan, we should also know about a fact that the Saketang Wildlife Sanctuary, which is recently seen in the news, is in the country of Bhutan. This Saketang Wildlife Sanctuary, which is in the country of Bhutan, has been claimed by the China. This is why this wildlife sanctuary is in the news lately. Next, we'll see the sports related news. It is stated that Miss Jilli Dalabehra has recently won a gold medal in the Asian Weightlifting Championship. In the Asian Weightlifting Championship, which is being hosted by the country Uzbekistan, and it is hosted in the city of Tashkent, which is the capital of the Uzbekistan. So Miss Jilli Dalebehra is related to the weightlifting sport. Next, we have an article where it is stated that Mr. Deepak Punia has won Asia's Wrestling Championship, and the Asian Wrestling Championship is happening in the city of Almaty, which is in the country of Kazakhstan. So Mr. Deepak Punia is belonging to the sport of wrestling. Next, we have an article where it is stated that Indian archers could not take part in an important event. So in the image you can see Miss V. Jyoti Sureka and also Mr. Rajit Chauhan. So both these athletes are belonging to the field of archery. With this, we have completed all the relevant news in both the newspapers, and we have come to the end of this session. Inform about the Addod's initiative to your other aspirant friends. Thank you.
Addod. solutions. Add-on desired.